Want to see what a broken DJI Flip looks like? There you go. I broke the drone last week and I got my replacement yesterday, so this is my first experience using DJI Care Refresh, and the experience wasn't exactly how I thought it was going to be. And if you've been watching this channel for a bit, then you'll know my history with drones is not great. I love drones, but I'm still new to them. My first drone was the DJI Neo, and I lost that one in the water. And now the Flip crashed it and broke it. It's like the universe is telling me something like, hey, we know you're going to be breaking stuff and you're hard on stuff, so just prepare yourself for loss. Does it ever feel like that for you guys sometimes, where it's like you feel like you're just getting ahead a little bit, but then life is like, oh, you think you're doing good? You think you're going to save some money? And then bam, hit you with something like an auto bill or something comes out of nowhere. I swear it always feels like that for me. It feels like, dang, dude, I can't get ahead because something is always happening. I'm breaking something, loses. So I went on the DJI website and I submitted my little service case request thing. It only took me 2 minutes. I had to pay $40. That was like my deductible or whatever. I paid $40. Within 10 or 15 minutes, they sent me the return slip for UPS. And I was like, okay, that was very fast. All I did was took the battery out of the drone, threw it in a box, didn't put any bubble wrapping because I was like, it's already broke. Threw it in the box, and I took it to the UPS. Literally, the time from the drone crash to the time UPS had it and to get the label and all that was an hour and a half max. So then the next day, DJI calls me and they said, hey, we see that your drone is en route. It should get to our warehouse tomorrow, which was Wednesday. And after that, it'll take us about a day or two to assess the damage, and then we should ship out your new drone. And I'm like, do I need to do anything? Do I need to provide photos? Do I need to do flight records like I did with the flyaway case? And they said, no, don't worry about it. Our team will handle the inspection and all that. Really appreciated that they called me and said, hey, don't worry, we got you. DJI's customer service is insane. It's so good, so dang good. Fast forward to the next day, which is Wednesday, and I go online and I just check the service portal because I wanted to make sure that they actually did get the drone and didn't for some reason get lost. And you could see on the service portal stage, like, it's label created, then received, damage assessment stage, but then after that there's like a quotation stage. I already paid the deductible. Are you telling me you're gonna send me a quote to pay more money? And at this point I'm like, okay, maybe this DJI Care Refresh thing is a scam. But I didn't want to worry about the quotation stage too much, so I just pretty much ignored it, and I was like, I'm just gonna see what happens. So then Friday rolls around and still in the damage assessment stage, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm probably not gonna get an update until the next week. So then Monday rolls around, it's still in damage assessment stage, and now I'm like, yeah, they're gonna send me a fat bill. So then I go on the DJI website and I do the instant message chat thing so I can talk with a live agent, and I'm like, hey, I know that it's in this stage right now, but I'm really worried about the quotation stage. Are you guys going to charge me more money after you determine what kind of damage? And they're like, oh, no. You already paid the 30 whatever dollars. Like, you don't have to pay anything else. And I was like, okay, then why is there a quotation stage? And they're like, oh, that's just for our internal billing. Like, you're not going to owe any other money. You have DJI Care Refresh, don't worry at all. The agent goes, oh, and I can also see that the DJI Flip is out of stock at our US warehouses right now for replacements. So your drone is actually going to be shipped from our Canada warehouse. So just be a little bit patient, and then the next few days it's going to ship out. Fast forward to Wednesday, and I get a shipping confirmation that the DJI Flip is back on its way, and it actually is, in fact, coming from Canada. I'm like, dang, it was that easy? Broke my drone on Monday. The warehouse received it on Wednesday. And even though they're out of stock, they shipped it from another country all within a week. And then 2 days, 3 days later, whatever it was, I have the new Flip. It's now in my backpack. And I'm like, that was the easiest thing. I almost couldn't believe how easy it was. When I grew up, I used to think all those little things, when you'd go to any retailer and you buy an electronics, they're like, do you want to buy the 2-year plan? I always thought those were scams. I'm like, you guys just want my money. You're not actually going to help me out. But DJI's Care Refresh, they actually did something, and the customer service was amazing. I think it created a lot of peace of mind for myself going forward. So I'm like, if I ever buy anything else from DJI, I'm definitely getting the little insurance policy. My Care Refresh plan transfers to my new drone. And if something happens to this new drone, I can also get another replacement. You get 2 replacements in a year. And I don't want to admit this, but I'm going to. The crash was entirely my fault. I was flying in a foggy environment. there was lots of warnings on the controller saying, hey, you're flying in a low lit environment, be careful. But I was like, no, I can see, this is fine. And then I was like, I actually want to fly a little bit faster. I want to put it in sport mode. And when I toggled the controller to go into sport mode, a pop-up shows, you're flying in a low lit environment. If you're flying in sport mode, you're going to disable the obstacle avoidance. And I was like, I got this. So I just start ripping around. I'm flying around the park. I'm flying. I'm like, this is easy. This is easy. Next thing you know, no obstacle avoidance. Bam. I don't know if I hit a bird or if I hit a power line, but regardless of the fact, I ignored the warnings and I paid the price for it. So maybe I should have listened. So listen to the warnings and stop trying to be some type of drone pilot or something. I don't know. Moral of the story is purchase DJI Care Refresh. And no, I was not paid to say that, but DJI, if you want to sponsor me, my email, reese@amcamp.co. I mean, I'd love to work with you guys. I love your guys' stuff. But no, just seriously, guys, if you guys are going to buy anything from DJI, get the insurance. No matter what your skill set is, you just never know. Right now, my plan is to find a good spot to fly the drone because I haven't even flown it since I got my replacement yet. And I'm just itching to get back to the skies. Having a drone has made me feel inspired to make more content. Like I'm always like, oh yeah, I like to make videos, but having a drone specifically, it just, I don't know, I feel like it forces me to get out there and see different things. Oh, we're near the UHCL, Clear Lake campus. Fun fact, the one and only time I've been on the UHCL campus is when I graduated, because I did my degree completely online. But when I graduated, I was like, you know what? I want to graduate. I want to have the walking the stage experience. So I flew down to Houston. That was the first time I had ever been to Houston. I remember feeling over the moon, dude. I was the first person in my family to get their bachelor's, and then first person, obviously, to get my master's. Mom flew down, and she was able to see me walk. I don't know. It was such a special time for me. It was like so much work that I had put in to get to that point. Like, I'm someone who's always has to be working towards something actively. When you work towards something often and you can see the finish line and that sense of fulfillment, it does something to you. It's like, for me, it's addicting. Like, I love that feeling of accomplishment. I think that's why I like to make videos, because it's like I'm experiencing things and then I get to document it, and then I have this huge adrenaline dump when I do actually hit upload. Maybe that's why I like making videos. It gives me that sense of accomplishment. Anyways, I don't know why. I'm just going deep on you guys today, giving you my whole moral compass. This seems like a good spot to film too. Get a little drone shot. I just spent this whole time talking about my replacement, but I haven't even shown it to you yet. So here it is. My replacement. Looks just like my last one, but look, as you can tell, this one is not broke. Let's get some shots, shall we? So to answer the question, yes, the DJI Care Refresh is 100% worth it in 2025, and I feel like myself again now that I can fly again. But yeah, that was all that I have for you guys this week. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's video, and I will see y'all next week. I just realized I did this whole video without doing a wheelie. It turns out you can make content without wheeling. Isn't that something? Well, let's do a wheelie anyways. Just so we can say we still do them and pretend like we practice them when we don't.